Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've done a video. I wanted to come on and remind everybody about the swap I'm having for Valentine's Day. It is an open swap, so there's no signups required. And I'm asking for it to be to me by February 3rd. So we still have, I don't know, three weeks or so. I will link my original video down in the description box, but here briefly are the particulars. You can take a screenshot of this. You can also go check out my community tab, because in my original video I promised that I would do a tutorial video on how I build some of these loaded, what am I calling them? Loaded nested tag or banner stack. So I'm going to put that aside. I made 3, and this one just used a set of 3 nesting tags that are, well, this one's got 4 different, let me get them out, 4 different tags, and they nest inside each other. So that's what I mean by nesting loaded tag. And just glued them on top of each other and put some spacers in there, and I'll show you what I used to do that. This is probably my favorite here. This one I used this CF Party die set, and there's 3 different tags, and these are nice because they have a layering piece. Then the third one that I made was this tag set, and these are nice too because they have a layering piece, and I think this is a KS Craft die. I also have these nesting heart dies. They're a little small. I think I'm gonna try to build a pocket with these and see how they look, because I think these will be really cute. Let's start with this one, and I'm gonna cut all the pieces out, then I'll come back on and show you how I put it all together. Okay, so I went ahead and cut all my paper I'm going to use to make the heart pocket. I'm using Happy Hearts by Simple Stories, and I just grabbed my smaller 6x8 pad because these are pretty small. Patterns on them are cute for this size of pocket. I used the 3 largest hearts that came with the die set. I think any smaller, the pocket's just not going to be usable. So I did the 3 outer ones, and the largest one I cut 2 out. And I also cut the largest one out in a second piece of cardstock, just because this paper is not the heaviest weight, and I wanted to give it some more durability or stability. So I am going to glue this to this just for the back piece. And this is going to make my back pocket, and this will be back to back like this. So I will have a pocket to build my other layers upon. And I kind of feel like I want to put a backing on these too. So I think I'm going to do that. So let me cut those, and then I will be right back. All right, that was easy enough to do. So I just cut 1 additional one for the middle layer, and then I cut 1 additional one for the smallest pocket. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue all these together. We'll work on these side pockets. And I cut enough for all 3 layers. I probably won't need all this, because I can cut these down and probably won't need all of them. But I cut 2, 4, and since these are smaller, I just went ahead and cut those just to save myself some time. And if you wanted to add pattern paper to the sides of these, I would do it before gluing anything together. Let me move these aside and get my glue. And I may end up speeding this process up because you guys probably do not want to sit here and watch me glue all this for the next 20 minutes. Okay, I've got all of my backer pieces on. So on the back side of that is that pink paper cardstock. Same with this one. And then I did the same thing to these. So they're all a little bit more sturdy, which I'm happy about. Here is how they will be laid out. These two will be glued together like this with pocket maker in between. Then the next layer will be here, and then the top layer will be here. I'm going to start with the very back layer. I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape here just to help me a little bit. Let me get my scissors out and my little cutting tool. Okay, so the pocket is going to be like this. This is going to go towards the middle of the pocket, like this. Okay, and this is going to be a little bit long. I'm going to go ahead and just follow the angle and cut this off a little bit to see how far down I want my pocket to be. And that's pretty good. It's going to be about right here. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut the other one the same size. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. If you don't have one of the pocket maker dies like these, you can just use strips of paper and fold them. But this is just easier and they're uniform this way. So I'm just going to match those up and then cut that off there. So then we got one for both sides of our pocket. I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape to put glue on the top part here because that's what's going to stick right there, and then this part here. So if your pocket's laying out flat, you're going to put, or if you're going to put your glue tape on the top of both of the short sides. Hopefully you can see what I am doing. I don't want to get too close because then my head might be in the camera. Okay, so we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so that's one, and we'll do the other one. I did something to my wrist a couple days ago. I don't know if I overdid it crafting something, but my wrist has been really sore the last couple days. And on top of that, my electric die cut machine, my SEQUINS, bit the dust the other day. So I'm cranking everything by hand again, which I'm not used to. I don't know, might have to go invest in another one. I hate to buy one of those new Sizzix every couple of years. If you want, you kind of have to eyeball this at the bottom, and you're gonna have a little bit of a gap here at the bottom. So if you want one side to go all the way to the bottom, then you can have, so then it would be like that. And you could have this one match it right here. That way, let me see if this is gonna work. Your pocket won't have a hole in the bottom this way, I think. So it'll kind of be like that. We might want to trim a little bit off the top of one of those. But let's put this side on. So for now, I'm just going to remove one side of the tape. And I am going to double it up with wet glue. I just always do, just for extra durability. Okay, I'll try to get that glue off there because you don't want the pocket inside sticking to itself. Okay. That's okay if you got glue on there. It'll dry here in a second and you won't have to worry about it sticking to itself. Okay, so there's one side. And then the top of the pocket will go on here. You want to go ahead and cut this one down so we know exactly where it's gonna go. So I'm gonna just cut off a little bit on the top here, maybe that much. This is definitely not an exact science. You can just play around with it and see what works. Okay. And I'm going to glue this, I'm going to start it right there. So there we go, like that. I'm just going to take off the one side. We're getting more snow tonight. We got last weekend like 10 inches. I have cabin fever big time. I've been working from home. I have not been into the office since, well before Christmas. And I'm feeling a little isolated. Like, I've been kind of not feeling up to myself and haven't felt like doing any videos or anything. So I just wanted to try to do this video. Maybe it'll help me get out of my rut. I can already see that those are going to hit each other. I think if we do that, we'll be okay. Just crisscross them. And then I'm gonna take off the top layer here on both sides. We're gonna try to do these both at the same time. Hopefully it's gonna work. We'll see. Having a little bit of wet glue on there, I think, will help. In case we need to slide the layer a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm gonna zoom down just a little, and I'm just gonna match these up, making sure that goes down. Here we go. This may not be the best way to do it, but everything seems to be lining up okay. You just want to make sure everything is not glued together inside. You have to play with it for a minute, but it'll work. Just get in there and make sure nothing's glued to itself. Okay, now it's looking pretty good. All right, so you want to just go in there. Well, I'm going to just do it like this first. I did get a little at the bottom there to stick in. So there is the pocket. So cute. I think it's harder to do with the heart shape down there, but that seemed to work okay. And just make sure you don't have everything glued on itself, like that way. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there's a little bit of a gap there, but not too bad. If you have like a pokey tool or something pokey down in there, it might come through. Otherwise, I think it'll be okay. You could put some tissue in there in the bottom if you don't want stuff coming out. Okay, so there's our first pocket. And once I open that all the way, that helps it stay open actually. See that? Okay. All right. The next layer should be a little easier because we just need to glue one layer on here. For this one, I'm gonna use these two side pieces, I think. And we fold those back. Okay, and these are going to be a little long, I can already tell. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off from the bottom, keeping that angle. Let's see if that's going to be enough. That looks okay. I think I'm just going to leave these up a little bit from the bottom. More sticky tape. So this is the next layer, and I'm gonna put these on here and like this to make my pocket. Okay. Wait, I want the angled side on the bottom. There we go. This one needs to go like this. And then there might be a little gap at the bottom, but that's okay. All right, so for now, I'm just gonna take the bottom layer off, add some glue to it. And that is gonna go, where is that gonna go? Right here, okay. I think that'll be okay. Can probably move it out just a little. And I didn't, that one will go like that. Those look pretty even now. All right, then this is going to get glued right on here. And you could either make the pocket even with the bottom of the other heart, and there'll be more sticking out on top here, or you can put them in the middle. I'm not sure how I want them. They just look so cute. I just think it's so much fun. Could also do them something like this too, if you wanted to off-center them. Like, who says you have to do them all centered? Nobody. You could even do it like that, and maybe like that. And then this one could be over here a little bit, or you could put it up more like that. So many possibilities. I think for this one, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off of both sides. Get a little help here. All right. So I'm going to put the pocket at the bottom. All right. Cute. All right, so I'm gonna give that a minute to dry, and already, look, you can see the two pockets. And if you wanted to add extra pizzazz, you could put your pattern paper on the edges. Look at that, cute. Then we're gonna put the smallest pocket on here, and I could probably use this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it in half. And we're going to use that on both sides because this is not very big. Okay. Then this will go this way. Might need to cut off some, maybe about half an inch. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay, so let me cut the other one off so it matches. Put some tape on there. Getting kind of a mess here. Let me throw my trash away. Okay. Okay, if you are watching this video and you have not decided if you want to do the swap or you would like to do the swap, there's still time. You can make one and receive one swap back, or if you want to make two, you'll receive two back, and you do not need to make one for me. So I just want to do this because I love to see all the projects, and I love Valentine's Day. And I know sometimes it's hard when you have to sign up for those clothes swaps, and I just feel there's a lot of pressure sometimes. So I want to make it fun for anyone who wants to participate. It shouldn't be like stressful. So that is why I'm doing this. And there's going to be a little bit of a gap in the bottom again. But I think most of the things you're going to put in here probably will be okay. So I'm going to do the bottom first. Get some glue on there. And let me just check that. Okay. I think that'll be okay. All right, that's one side. And we'll do the other side. Just make sure you glue this part to the middle. So you got all your angles right. I always do stuff backwards and upside down. Then I get frustrated and then I give up. Don't give up. And then this one will go, you have to lift that up a little so you don't glue it down. Those look pretty good. We're almost done with our pocket. Then go ahead and pull these two tabs off at the same time, because we're going to glue it down all at once. Some people glue one side down, but for this, I think it's easiest for me to do it all at the same time. So let's bring our pocket in, and hopefully I have been in frame all that time. All right, just make sure that's not stuck down, because it is. Okay, get that off of there. There we go. Okay, now I'm just going to carefully set it on top here and placing it down at the bottom, and so match it up the best you can. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Get in there with your bone folder. Oh. Okay. You got a little bit of time to work with since you got wet glue on here. So don't worry too much about things sticking together. Come on. Can't see down there what I'm doing. Those two decided they wanted to stick together pretty good there. All right, there's one side. And get that back to where it's supposed to be. All right, we did it. Look how cute that is. You can glue lace back here if you want. You can hang your bead dangle from here. Load these pockets up. I don't really have anything to decorate it with right now, but that is as far as I'm gonna go. Let me see if I have any bows or anything in here. I'm sorry, I do not do well with layering and embellishing. Here is a word sentiment that says kisses. That would be cute on there, maybe with some flowers or a miniature rosette, which I do not have here in front of me. I've got a flower. I have one of these wax seals. Here's our pom-pom. We could go, shoot, you could go all the way around with pom-poms on something like this. There's what I'm going for right here. A loaded, nested pocket. Just use your imagination to load it up. You can fit quite a bit in here. I'm asking for at least 6 different little things to put in here. You can check out my video and there's a list of suggested items. But this one's relatively on the small side. And let me get my other pockets back out. This one actually has 4 pockets. You can still get quite a bit in those 3, and then a little something in the front. This one's not as wide, so you really have to plan what you're going to fit in there, but you can fit quite a bit, actually. For this one, I made some bag toppers just to give it a little more decorative. Sorry. There we go. Just a little more decorative element to it. This is a sample of one of the tags I showed earlier. Let me find the tag set. So cute. There we go, this one. This one's by far got the most room in it. So we got that one. This adorable heart one. This one with the 3 tags. Fit a lot in there too. So for this one, to put these tags on, I did add, like I put these on the sides, but I cut down 2 more since there was an angle on this one just to add to the bottom. And I did that on all 3 of these. So I hope this helps explain how I turned this into 3 pockets. If you're thinking of joining, I would love to have you. Today is the 9th or the 10th, and we've got almost the full month of January still, and they need to be to me by February 3rd. So that's all for this video. If you want to participate, check out my original video, find out all the details, and you can message me when you're ready to send your swap, and I'll get you my address. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in my next video. Bye.